That now, star of not only Playboy magazine, motion pictures and stuff, one of the great fantasy babes of all time. Shannon Tweed, that is, right there. Give her a hand. Shannon Tweed. You look great. You look great. Don't be embarrassed. You look terrific. What's the earrings? Yeah, they're great. The piece. You're into the 60s then. Are you like incredibly hip or incredibly out of touch? What's the deal? You look terrific. I applaud everything you do in life. No, this shit looks great, man. I mean, you know, I need, you know, the women, the Playboy thing is like, because I'm at the point now, I'm on the road for like 16 weeks at a time going, I never noticed it before, but Judy Jetson doesn't have a bad ass. I mean, she is... she's attractive in a futuristic kind of a way. I do, and I can say that because this is like the best job, second best job in the world. I think the first best is like X-rated movie star. Isn't that the best job you could ever have in your life? It's just the best movies in the world. You ever disappointed in an X-rated movie? You ever sit there going, gee, I didn't think it would end that way. Boy, that just ruined it right there. It's really good. People always ask me, like, which ones do you watch? Like, what's the difference? Like, you know, did you see Romancing the Bone? Did you see The Sperminator? What is it? I mean, they all have... Why do they bother to name an X-rated movie at all? They all have the same plot. They should all have the same title. Every X-rated movie should be called What It Is. That never happens to you, ever. That should be the title. Every X-rated movie ever made. Universal presents that never happens to you, ever. Starring women you will never be with. Doing things you never thought of in places you can't quite reach. Okay. They always have them. They have them all the time because they're like the safest sex you could have, aren't they? Because now I read in USA Today, women are supposed to buy condoms. Any women buying condoms? Shannon, did you? You're the only one I know. I don't know. I'm picking you out. I don't know, because women have... Don't ask me how you bring this up to the guy. You know, this is a delicate... You're in the dark with no clothes on. I mean, it's bad enough. You got to think of an excuse. You don't want the guy to think you're afraid of him. You're going, sure, Bob, I'm ready to... Wait a minute. You're not going to leave it out in this weather. You'll catch your death. Here, slip that out. There you go. That's more like it. There's the guy going, but I'm not cold. Oh, you're frozen solid. Look at you for God's sake. Please. Don't you feel sorry for women that they have to buy condoms? Women who never bought a condom in their life. Takes them 3 hours to pick out anything in a store. You know they're in there with the pharmacist like, excuse me, do me a favor, you're about the same size as my boyfriend. Would you slip this on? Let me see how it looks. Walk away, let me see the back. There's the guy. You gonna buy it, lady, or what? I got custody. I don't know. I think the vertical stripes make you look thinner. What else do you have? Well, I have the blue. I showed you the blue. No, I like the blue, but the blue clashes with your balls, the blue. I like it, but not really with your balls. I mean, it's nice, but your balls are much more of a winter look. Do you have tweed? Tweed with those balls would just be a knockout. So you got to watch the X-rated movies alone. You can't watch them with your girlfriend. How many people watch X-rated movies, by the way? 2. That's about the use. I don't even know why they make them. Nobody watches them. They must be losing a fortune on those things. 1 guy. Thank you very much. You watch them with your girlfriend or by yourself?
With these guys.
With the guys. Yeah. With those guys that didn't applaud. Are you sure it's them? What, yeah. I've never seen it. Riveted to the screen. You can't watch them with the girl. You know, the guys don't want to watch them with the girlfriend, you know, because, you know, they have those guys in them. They have, you know those guys? They have those guys. And the women are like... I should have shopped. And you see the guy going, what? What? Oh, him? Oh, honey, come on. That's makeup. You don't really think... It's all makeup. Look close. It says Duraflame right on this. I can't believe you fell for that. They have a lot of that stuff in X-rated movies, don't they? Have a lot of oral sex in X-rated movies because they're made mostly to appeal to men, and that's what appeals to men. Oral sex. Whatever they're doing at any given time, they'd rather be doing that. Believe me, they'd rather be doing. Women drive themselves crazy buying magazines like Cosmopolitan and Self and We and Us and Them and You and Him for $7 a magazine just for articles like, what do men want? What is the man after? What is he looking for? What is the man? He wants a blowjob. Put the book down. Really, trust me. Try that. Listen to me. Try that first, then move on to the other option. Because whatever they're doing, they would rather be doing that. A guy could be doing anything. He could be doing any surgery. A guy could be surgery. Scalpel, hemostat. Bob, you want a blowjob? Yeah, Frank, take over, will you? That thing with the heart, that's the blood thing. Just I'll be right back. That's what they want, I'm telling you. But women don't know that because they don't know because they have, you know, they never see guys when they're all together in a bunch, right? They only see them when they're on TV having a great time because they're with 4 other guys and some dead fish going, it doesn't get any better than this. Okay, but if a 70-year-old fat woman with a bald head and acne comes out of the woods, you guys want a blowjob? Boom, they leave the beer. They're going, now this is as good as it gets. This is. What about the beer? Beer, we have this. We don't need the beer. Bob, you know, they're biting. They're biting here, Bill. They're biting. You think a crowd that comes out in the middle of the week, you got the perfect attitude. Perfect comedy attitude. You're like, hey, if this sucks, we still got the weekend. And that takes all the pressure off me. And you can say, how was last week? Well, Wednesday sucked, but the weekend was so good, it was like overall a 6.5. It's cold here, isn't it? Isn't this freezing? I was just away. I was on a cruise. I was very warm. You ever been on a cruise? Yep. The greatest. Isn't it the greatest? I was on a very good company. I was with Royal Caribbean, stuff your face till you blow up like a fat piece of shit line. I don't know if you've ever been on the cruise. It's like, welcome aboard, here's a turkey, be back in an hour for lunch. And they just keep announcing food every 4 minutes. You know, please report, we have more food. I'm in the pool, take a salami, you never know. And it's, you know, I finished the salami, it's 4 o'clock, come back, we're having the 4 o'clock repast. I can't... 5 o'clock, there's more food, 6 more, and then you go, well, the boat's sinking, that must be it. And they go, no, there's a lifeboat buffet beginning in 5 minutes. We have a buffet in the lifeboats, head for the lifeboat. And then you're like drowning, and you go, well, that must be it. And they have a diver, here's a sandwich, while you're dying, have a sandwich. No end to it, but you eat every meal, because they have guys on the boat dancing by your table with reggae music and big trays on their head, and you gotta get into it. They have these guys from the islands going by your table, boom, ba, ba, dwe, da, ba, boom, ba, and you gotta eat. You're not hungry, but you're going, boom, ba, ba, dwe, da. Why eat? Are you hungry? No, but I'm just into the boom, ba, ba, dwe. Huge trays on their head. I was amazed looking at the guys. I was like, where do you learn that? You know what I mean? They must be from childhood. They must be at home with the mother. And where are you going, son? I'm going out, mommy. Oh, no bullshit, not in this weather. You put a roast beef on your head. That's no way to walk outside. No way. Tie some Swiss cheese around your butt. That's no way to be walking around. It's raining. They must eat that way. Must be there at the table. Pass the ketchup. Here you go. Yes, thank you. You've outdone yourself this time, mommy. Thank you. Can I go out to play? Not yet. When your head is clean, then you go out. I thought I would be really bored on the cruise, but I wasn't. It was cool. I had a great time. Because they have things to do. They have gambling. I won $300 on a slot machine. Thank you very much. Not a lot of dough. But the most you want to win. They have slot machines where you could win $1 million and never be able to take an orgasm seriously again. After that happens, you know, you'd be there with the wife. She's going, how was that? You're going, yeah. It wasn't like the time I put in a quarter and got back $1 million. So it was okay. It's all right. Well, now what do? Now we call up Dr. Ruth. That's what you do. That's whatever. Could Dr. Ruth, why does anybody call her? Is there a reason to call her? It's just because if you're a weirdo, she tells you it's okay. No matter what kind of a sexual mutant you happen to be, if it's lubricated, it's cool. Do it. It's okay. There's no end. People call her up with the weirdest, you know, Dr. Ruth, yes, go ahead. I'd like to have sex with goats that are on fire. Do you think that's unusual? No, why not? Go right ahead. You go, well, you know, it's a goat. So what? If you enjoy a flaming farm animal, go right ahead. There's no reason not to be with it if you enjoy it. We are also concerned we must be with only one species. I myself dated an armadillo for several years. It was... Dr. Ruth, my ass exploded. Don't worry about it. You don't need... The ass is overestimated as a sexual tool. It's not important. You don't need the ass. You can keep your wallet in your front pocket. Don't worry about it. Nobody ever calls her up with the obvious question. I'm going to call her up. Dr. Ruth, yes. Where did you get all the sexual experience? Exactly. Look at you. On what planet were you attracted? When did this happen? When? I mean, you know, now she's a more mature woman, but even when she was younger. You picture a bunch of guys in a bar like, hey, Bob, who is that 3-foot Nazi chick on a jukebox? Hey, wait a minute, I saw her first. Relax, buddy. It's no ordinary chick. That's the dwarf of my dreams. I think I'd bend her over a shoebox, boy. How drunk would you have to be to take her home? Can you imagine waking up the next morning? I mean, you wake up, there's that, good morning. Oh, I gotta stop drinking. Oh, my God. What would you like for breakfast? Cyanide. I don't know what Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. First of all, congratulate me. I won $500 on a slot machine. I want some applause for that. Me. Thank you very much. What an experience. Isn't it great when you win? It's just like, it took 3 guys to give me the money. They have one guy that comes over and gives you a Frisbee. And they have another guy that counts it out like Monty Hall going 100, 200. Do you want to stop now or trade for what's behind the kilo? And then they have another guy that mops up the floor where you were standing when you won the money. And I like the slot game because you don't have to be too smart to play that. Remember these other games we have to know things and sit with people that you wouldn't want to be in the same house with. Anybody ever play blackjack? Do you play that blackjack thing with the cards? Do you play that thing? God. Isn't it the worst? They sit you next to people that disgusting with the smoking and the spitting and the scratching and, you know, and you turn around, you're just, lady, please, I'm trying. Craps is the game for me, a man's game. Play that game? If you don't play craps, you know the game. It's a great game. You play craps, you know what's the great thing about it? You play blackjack, everybody thinks they know what they're doing. You play craps, everybody knows that nobody knows what the hell is going on. But it's fun, you know, there's action there. You ever look at a crap table? Tables bouncing up and down, things are flying around. You see a guy, hey, wah! Look at that, hey, watch that one, Are you winning? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Who's that over there? Okay, turn that thing around. Yeah. But if you're gonna lose your money anyway, you should play craps, you know what I mean? You're in charge, you're the boss. That's what gambling should be. You get drunk, you put on a cowboy hat, you belly up, and you start throwing shit and ordering people around. You ever see a guy at the table? No idea what he's doing. All right, give me a soft 4, a hard 3, and a half a pound of potato salad. Okay, go down there, slap my wife, and put on a different tie. That's starting to piss me off. Give me a hard 4, a soft 9, a 1-roll bet, a 2-roll bet, and a prune Danish while you're there. Okay, give me a hard way, a soft way, and put on My Way by Frank Sinatra and move some music. All right, give me a come, a don't come, and a night came, was it good for you? And that's why they had that guy with the stick. He's like the trainer going, hey, 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 get back. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all. So here you are. How are you, lady? You still up? It's been a great week here, hasn't it? You look good. Who's this guy with you? Can I ask? Who's this gentleman with you? A friend? Yeah? You don't want to discuss it? I'm sorry. What? You just met, yeah? Oh, they just sat you one of those deals where you have like a blackjack deal, but it doesn't look like you have it. Well, you did good with her. She's attractive. You look good together. You should get together, as a matter of fact, the two of you. That's the key to a happy relationship, I think, is finding the right person. Isn't it? Find the right person, you'll be happy. People don't find... They marry people for ridiculous reasons. My mother and father got divorced. Don't ask me why they ever got married. My mother was Amish. My dad was an Elvis Presley impersonator. So they get married, they get married and divorced, right? Now they split up, they're happy, you know what I mean? That's the word they use, split up. They don't say divorced. What do you think my mother tells me? You're 12 years old, you're the oldest son, you'll take over as the man of the house. 12 years old, I had to take over for my dad. The man of the house, the king, the father, the man who knows everything. It's the main job of the father, to know everything, no one else knows anything. You ever notice that with your father? He knows everything, you know nothing. Things that you think you would know, you don't know. You say, hey, Dad, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to go to work. And he, work? You don't know what work is. I don't know what work is? No, you don't. When I was a kid, I was working when I was 6 weeks old in a coal mine. Really, Dad? You were a coal miner? I was a shovel, Richard. I couldn't get a job as a miner. I was a shovel in a coal mine. That's the way I worked when I was a kid. All right, Dad. Well, this is interesting, Pop, really, but, you know, I'm getting a little hungry and hungry. You don't know what it is to be hungry. When I was a kid, there was no food at all. He used to suck lint right off the carpet when I was a boy. Really, Dad? That's right. We were lint suckers. And you had to get to that carpet early because I had 8 brothers. If you didn't get there, you went to bed with no lint when I was a kid. We were lint-sucking coal miners that lived one miserable day after the other. All right, listen, Dad, really, I gotta go. Go ahead and go if you have to go. Couldn't go anywhere when I was a kid. Really, Dad? Why is that? We were too poor to afford legs. We had no legs when I was a child. Dad, are you saying, why didn't you walk on your hands then, Pop? You know, if we couldn't afford legs, do you think we could afford hands? What are you, trying to trip me up, wise guy? We were stumps. Stumps, Richard. Lint-sucking, coal-mining stumps. Well, why didn't you just get in a car and drive? You know, you could drive a car. Who was going to drive the car, you idiot? We'd have one guy, one stump on a seat, and another stump on the floorboards working the pedals with his head. Well, wait. Now, Dad, that sounds like that would work. When they got there, nobody could open the goddamn door. It wasn't one thing, it was another. One thing after the other when I was a boy. Thank you very much for applauding on that. Thank you. Because when I was a kid, we had no applause. There was no applause when I was a boy. If you liked a guy, you had to spit. Which wasn't easy because we couldn't afford body fluids in those days. We had no body fluids, no spit, no urine, no blood, and none of the disgusting things that people take for granted today. We had none of that. Nothing. We had nothing and we went nowhere. We did nothing. But we were thankful for what we had. Well, what did you have? Nothing. And we were glad to have it. Why were you glad to have nothing? Some people were so poor, they had less than nothing. How could they have less than nothing? Some people had no molecular structure. That's how poor they were. They had no molecules. You'd call them up and you'd say, would you like to come over? And they'd say, we'd love to, but we don't exist. We don't have the funds. We're subatomic particles. It's the best we can do on our salary. We're neutrinos. They're Italian particles, and that's our lives. If you're a scientist, you understood that joke, and if not, you're sitting here going, I want to go home, my ass hurts. It's late. This is one of the only jobs in the world you can get, like, make fun of your own father on TV, and they go, here's some money. You love to do that? I had other jobs where you can't say anything at all. For a long time, I worked in a women's shoe store where, you know, selling retail shoes to women. That's a good job if you're really desperate to do something. If you have a choice between working in a woman's shoe store and, like, giving birth to a flaming porcupine on the floor of an igloo during a hemorrhoid attack, you don't need the money that bad. Women are mad at me for things I have nothing to do with. They got big feet, this is my fault. They're mad at me, like it's my fault. They're running around, I guess I'm Cinderella. And you have to talk under your breath going, my God, Sasquatch has arrived. Mad at me. Like they don't want to buy a size 10. That's the biggest size they have in the store, so that freaks them out, right? Why are you insisting I wear a size 10? I have never worn a 10 in my life. And you're going, you're right, man. I don't know why I brought it up. You put on a 9 and it exploded. That could be one. Oh, maybe your box was mismarked. That's probably what happened. Maybe your foot's a canoe. That could be it. Oh, well, I'm going to try another place. Good idea. That's, yeah. Why don't you try a blacksmith while you're out there? You get 4 shoes in that box and nail them to your feet and you'll save time in the morning. What did you say? Nothing, ma'am. Nothing, just... Women don't even shop. They hunt. My one shoe, it's like a whole primitive ritual. One of them gets on the edge of a cliff, and they call 100 friends with a conch shell like this, going... Then 100 of them come out of a cave with their own shell going... They all meet in the valley, grab spears, get up on elephants, and head for the shopping center like... And the people in the stores hear them coming. Lock the doors, boys, they're on the way. Get in those holes. This is not a drill. This is what you've been trained for. But it's too late. One of the women sees a sale. Clearance sale! Spread out, guys. They're coming in. And then he crashed through the window, starts stabbing everybody like... Then they come back with their shoes on a long pole like this going... Goom ba ba way da ba doom ba ba yo. Thank you, man. It's been a great audience. Thank you very much. Good night. The Show Business Award is a little like a social disease, you know? Nobody really deserves it, but if you screw around long enough, you're bound to get one. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you. And yet, people are nervous about it. I don't know why. I don't even know why I'm rambling about awards. People waste too much time in this country as it is. Case in point, why did it take so long to figure out what to do with this guy, Jeffrey Dahmer? I'm not a lawyer or anything, but to me, once the guy admits he's a cannibal, is there a lot left to discuss? I mean, what is there? How many things are there to talk about? To me, this should be the trial. Are you a cannibal? Yes, I am. Next, that should be the end. How many things are there to discuss with the guy? I mean, if you were his lawyer, what could you possibly, you're going to go out, Your Honor, I'd like to plead insanity. Well, what's the judge? Well, dip me in mustard and call me hot dog. This is a surprise. Insanity? I thought he was a perfectly normal cannibal. You have blowtorched my legal butt with this one, counselor. I'll have to retire to my chambers and consider this new evidence. Don't you think, though, there was one guy home, there had to be like one lawyer home watching this whole thing thinking, I could get him off, damn it. Damn it, if it was me, I could get him off. You let me out in that courtroom, I'll razzle-dazzle him. Get Dahmer free, I'll be out there, you'll be the jury. I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. It is true that my client, Mr. Dahmer here, has admitted to killing and eating a couple of dozen innocent human beings, but before we rush to judgment, let's put this thing in perspective, shall we? Are we to judge this young man by a couple of dozen mistakes? Or are we to consider the thousands of people that he hasn't eaten at all? Now, has he taken a bite out of anyone in this courtroom? Mr. Prosecutor, has he come at you with a knife and fork and a jar of mayonnaise? I think not. Yet he stands accused of the alleged crime of cannibalism. I put it to you that cannibalism is not necessarily a crime. There are cannibals in Africa killing and eating people all the time. Why aren't they going to jail? Why isn't there a naked native man with purple paint on his breasts and a huge dinner plate in his lower lip on that stand right now? Well, I think we all know the reason why, and I'm not afraid to say it. This trial is racially motivated. If Mr. Dahmer were an African cannibal instead of one from Milwaukee, he'd be walking the streets a free man. I rest my case.